In the living room, Vine was busy arranging the furniture gracefully. She was a younger maid in the John mansion. She walked so perfectly. She tucked her hair strands behind her ear while her long hair was spread down her back. She was wearing a professional uniform. Just then, she glanced at the news channel which was playing on the TV with yellow lights. The reporter said with a trembling voice, "Breaking news. Again, another dead body was found on the side of the river. The body looked red and had bullet shots on it. The evidence seems like it must be linked to the mafia in this terrible murder." And suddenly the TV went up and we seen a old maid came in holding the remote in her hand. "One, don't watch the news. It can disturb you. It must have been done by the master, didn't it?" "That's none of our business. Go and clean the saucepan before he come back." Juan nodded hesitantly and left from there. She was cleaning the room now, adjusting the bed sheets on the bed. Just then she glanced at the big frame on the wall. In the photo, her son, John Murphy King, whom the whole world viewed. John Jungkook was leaning against a black motorcycle, his sharp eyes staring at the glare. He even looked scary just by seeing his photo. She heard footsteps coming toward her. It must be soon. She gulped in tension and left through another doorway, as she was so badly scared of him. Just in a few seconds, Jungkook entered his room with furrowed eyebrows, looking a bit irritated. But he stopped in his tracks when he sensed her smell, the one he was fully obsessed with. He was into her, and that girl was none other than Vaughn. He closed his eyes and he breathed, imagined her face and moved to himself, his body loosening as his irritation slowly left him. Where is she? Only she is my medicine, the one who can change my mood even when I'm in a bad mood. He opened his eyes and glanced around, but didn't see her. She must have left the room before I came. Let's see how many days she can run away from me. He smirked, taking off his shirt before going to the bathroom to take a full bath. As Ruby was cooking, Vaughn rushed in and making Ruby starve. "Oh God, you started me again, girl." She noticed the fear and tension on Vaughn's face. "Did Zach come?" Vaughn nodded, and seeing her expression, Ruby shrugged her shoulders and spoke. "See, you are his personal maid. When will you stop getting scared around him and do your work properly?" Another maid came and spoke. "Vaughn, yes?" "Soy is calling you to his private part." "But why?" "I don't know. You better go on your own before he comes here." When Ryan came in with hesitation and fear, she finally saw him sitting alone with his legs wide apart in an old armchair, a half-empty glass in his left hand. She pressed her lips into a thin line, seeing him in a white shirt clinging to his muscular frame, sleeves rolled up halfway, revealing his tattooed arms. There was even a gleaming pistol lying beside him. No words were coming out of her mouth, and when he saw her at the doorway, his lips started seeing the way she was glowing even in the dim light. A few soft strings framed her face, giving her an innocent awe. Her eyes were moist, and her fingers clutching her dress. He just lost himself in her completely. She gulped, receiving his direct gaze into her soul, and spoke with a trembling voice. "Sir, do you need anything?" She was confused as he wasn't saying anything, but his eyes were looking at her as if his gaze was digging into her soul. She clutched her dress and spoke again. "Sir, do you need anything?" He didn't say anything, and there was only silence. She really didn't understand what she should do now. "I think you didn't call me. Sorry for the disturbance." She was about to turn back, but he spoke. "Did you take my permission before leaving?" Finally, a word came out of his mouth in a deep tone, which made her stop and look at him. "Sorry, sir." Jungkook shook his head slightly, shutting his eyes as if saying, "Don't be sorry," and gestured with one hand for her to pour some drink into his empty glass, which he was holding in his other hand. She thought he must have called her to serve him a drink, but she didn't dare to go near him. Then he opened his eyes and raised his eyebrows, and she swallowed nervously before going to him. "Okay, I got it now." She went to him and took a bottle from the table and poured alcohol into his empty glass silently. Then she met his gaze, finding him already staring at her closely, and she broke eye contact. "Are you purposely blooming by any chance?" he asked as he hit. And she blinked at his question and shook her head and placed the bottle back on the table. He raised the glass and drank in one go, making her eyes widen. She was about to leave, but he suddenly grabbed her wrist and giving her goosebumps. "Sir, what are you doing? Are you purposely yawning?" "No." She struggled to pull her hand back, and when he heard her answer, he let go of her. "Look at me." She looked at him with fear while he was just staring at her as if there was nothing more beautiful in the world than her, which made her suspicious about why he was looking at her this way. "Do you like me?" "Huh? I think you have drunk too much. Please take some rest. I'm leaving." "I'm not done talking much. Stay here while I'm in the good mood." He grabbed her wrist again in the blink of an eye before she could leave. "Sir, I'm not your sad right now," calmed Jungkook. She parted her lips as he looked into her eyes, intoxicated by alcohol, and she realized he wasn't in his right mind. "Please, let's talk some other time. I have work now. Let me go." "I'm requesting you, Jungkook." The last part of his name came out of her mouth so softly, satisfied. He let go of her wrist, and she immediately ran away from him. He threw himself onto the chair and groaned after she left him alone. How do I even make her mine? Wan was working in the kitchen thinking about Jungkook and why he was always different toward her. Just then Ruby called her. "Wan, why did you tell another maid to clean the Sal's room?" "Just go and do your work. Do you want me to fight by him? You know how dangerous he can be when he gets angry. Today even the Sal is doing it. We have no time for any unnecessary things." Wan got thrown and wondering how she could even explain what happened with him, and she was about to make an excuse. But Ruby didn't listen and sent her to his room strictly. Jungkook was smoking while talking on the phone in his room busy. Just then she stepped into the room nervously. Seeing her, his eyes brightened. She bowed to him, pretending not to notice his facial expression, and started changing the bed sheets. He stopped talking and began admiring her. The other phone on the call was talking, but Jungkook cut the call as he felt her presence was like heaven. She was moving quietly in the room, fixing everything, and he leaned against the wall, crossing his arms over his chest, fixing his gaze only on her. She could feel his gaze on her back, but she didn't dare to look back at him or fear. She opened the windows and let some fresh air in, and after checking the room she was making her way out of the room when he spoke. "Stop." She kept wondering what would happen and hesitantly turned toward him. He tilted his head slightly and looking into her eyes, spoke smoothly. "Did I scare you last night?" "I want to hear your voice, not just your truth." "No, sir." "Didn't I tell you to call me by my name?" "Sorry, if your father heard me, he would fire me." "Why?" "Because I'm just a maid and you're a man." "But I don't want to be your surrogate." "But, sir, I need to go." He quickly rushed toward the door and locked her. She stopped in her tracks before bumping into him, her heart beating so fast. "What is this?" Please let me go. Of course I will, but only after I get what I want. She gulped and looked away, searching for help. I saw you. Whenever I want to talk, you just choose to run away. I know you also know why I'm always like this towards you. Just don't act like as if you don't know. Do you think I'm here or something? I really don't know anything. Just leave me. She crashed and pushed him slightly aside and ran away from her. He looked at her strangely and didn't even try to stop her forcefully. Almost 6 hours had passed, and the whole mansion was glowing with lights and had filled with echoes of party enjoyment. During the party, Jungkook didn't see Won as she hadn't come out to join. One more hour, and he was drinking alcohol with his friends in his room. But he still wanted to see her, as it was too hard for him to breathe without seeing her. He left from there and searched every room in the mansion for her. But he didn't see her. He asked Ruby and she told him that she had just now sent Juan to his room to some drinks. Hearing this, he got angry, as if Juan would jeopardize her. Her face became blank and she stopped at the doorway when she saw a group of mafia men sitting together drinking alcohol and laughing loudly. One of them saw Juan and stared at her beautiful form. I noticed she was a maid just by looking at her clothes. Hey you, she looked at him innocently. Come here. She was scared to go to him but had to. Then he purposely dropped the glass from his hand onto the floor, making it shatter. What are you looking at? Just clean it. I don't like them near me. She nodded silently and knelt down on the floor, picking up the stolen pieces one by one carefully. A smile appeared on his lips as he stared at her body, and he tilted his head, watching her without shame, focusing on her. Just then Jungkook entered and saw her like that, but he also noticed where Min was looking, which one didn't notice. When she finished and stood up, Min grabbed another glass and quickly dropped it. Hey, clean it again, baby girl. Didn't your sir teach you how to even clean properly? She felt human energy and was about to bring down, but Jungkook shouted seriously. Why, don't leave. She looked back silently and saw him fuming with anger. He rushed at Min and grabbed him by the collar. Jungkook, why are you getting so serious? After she just made. Jungkook punched him in the chin and all of Min's friends stood up in shock, unable to believe that Jungkook had really punched his friend over just a maid. Who told you she was a maid here? She was the one I'm going to marry. Ron was stunned and Min Jaefer, about to defend himself, was stopped. Jungkook punched him in the nose, causing to bleed. He fell back onto the chair. How dare you let your dirty eyes on her? She started kicking him, and that's when Ron realized why he was calling her. Jungkook grabbed his pistol and was about to shoot, but Min's friend tried to stop him, though Jungkook didn't listen. Jungkook, let's discuss this later. If your father finds out, he will inquire about everything too. Please stop it. Jungkook stopped as he remembered his father, then everyone left, dragging Min with them. She felt awkward, and then Jungkook shouted at her. Why did you even come here when I wasn't there? She flinched. Did you think all those drunken boys would behave themselves when they were together? Why are you shouting at me? Because I couldn't control myself seeing you being treated this way by them. Because I love you. Love? Not just love, it's obsession. Whenever you speak, even big, I can't take my mind off. I love you so much. She swallowed and stepped back, and he saw the fear in her eyes too. Why are you scared of me? Did I ever force you to be with me, abuse you, or hurt you? No, right? Then why are you scared of me? Absolutely, you haven't done anything with me. But you are a mafia king who can kill anyone. How do you even expect me to go act on Joe? I'm even planning to leave from here. Huh? He ran his hand through his hair, sighed, and looked at her sincerely. Do you think I get fun from killing people? I only kill those who are dangerous to this world and harmful. I had heard the innocent person about leaving. Seriously, I can tell you are just saying it, not meaning it. But I won't force you on. You can leave right now if you want, but listen carefully. I'll wait for you here 1 week. After 1 week, I won't even stay where you don't stay. Just think about my love and consent. If you find anything wrong in my actions, just forget me. But if you feel even a little of my feelings, please come and accept my love. Even if you don't come to me, don't think I would chase you or bother you until you accept me. I respect your decision, whatever it might be. But remember, you would definitely not seek a wrong person who loves you madly and would do anything for you, obsessing in love for you. She was speechless at his words. This was the first time she had heard him speak this much, and he had never expressed himself this much before. He was known only as a danger and scary, not as someone so caring who gives importance to his thoughts. She didn't say anything, she just left. And Jungkook was broken knowing that if she didn't come back, this would be the last time he would see her. Days passed and she hadn't come to him. Even once, he faced rejection every day, and today was the last day of it. If she didn't come today, he would have to leave. He was packing his luggage into a bag, his vision completely gone. Maybe I don't deserve her. I still want to go to her and bed, but I can't. I just can't force her to love me. He packed his bag and saw her standing outside the room watching him. Don't ever step into this room. Even after I'm gone. This room holds so many memories. Have it many memories. Saying this, he left the room. Ruby felt so sad that she locked the doors behind him. Jungkook was entering the plane, checking his ticket with a clean face. When he reached his seat, he noticed someone was sitting in his window seat. Looking outside, he didn't feel interested in calling her, so he just sat beside her after placing his bag in the overhead cabin. He shut his eyes sadly, feeling the plane would take off within minutes. He moaned to himself, "If I made a mistake, then I'm sorry. Please come to me. I really don't want to lose you." As if he would want to lose a great lover like her. He got goosebumps just by recognizing her voice and looked beside her. She was smiling at him brightly, and tears welled up in his eyes in surprise. "What? Did you come back to me?" Yes, Jungkook. "Did you really think you could live without me?" Tears filled in his eyes as he hugged her, and she hugged him back, smiling. "Sorry for taking so much time. I think I have also fallen in love with you, but the fear I had of you didn't let me realize it. But when I started staying away from you, I realized how much my heart was craving for your love." Jungkook broke the hug in surprise and looked at her full of love. "Will you marry me, Bon? I swear, I won't let you be scared." "I will." Both of them felt so emotional, he grabbed the back of her neck and kissed her. She didn't stop him, but started kissing him back.